I've spent the last 3 years testing 9 different ways to generate painting leads, from door knocking to mailers. And in this video, I'll show you all of them and break down which one actually works the best. One of the most time-consuming methods we tested brought in 0 booked projects, but another delivered $200,000 in new revenue in under 14 days, costing less than $3,000 to run. I'll break down each of these strategies, share with you what to expect, and tell you how to double down on the one channel to get qualified leads without relying on referrals or door knocking. This is the same process we're using right now to add millions of dollars per year to painting businesses, and I'm showing it all step by step. The first strategy is door knocking. And while door knocking can be extremely effective because you have this person-to-person approach where you're actually in front of the person, talking to them, tapping in onto their emotional subconscious of where they want to go so you can lead the conversation, it's effective and it works fantastic. The con is that there's so much upkeep and have to manage teams, find people, train them, because this is a human-to-human strategy. This is, if you want to scale this, you have to find more people to scale with. It's always going to be a people problem and you need to train them, and some people can be unreliable. So while door knocking is fantastic and it works really, really well if you get a team of killers, the amount of energy used to build an effective door knocking team doesn't give you as effective results as some of these other avenues, but if you are a great sales trainer and you are a great leader, it can work fantastic. The second strategy we tested here was flyers or direct mailers. And again, this is an amazing approach, and this is a volume game. This is we need to not send a few hundred mailers, we need to send thousands and thousands of tens of thousands to get the outcome and the result that we want. So if you want to do mailers, don't go into it thinking, I can just send 500 to this neighborhood and expect to land 100 grand in work. Or sometimes you might get lucky. We're not here to produce luck, we're here to produce results. So when you do mailers, you want to make sure that you're actually sending batches of maybe 1,000 to 5,000 as tests to make sure that you get enough back, because a lot of people are going to get a mailer through their front door. And what do you do with mailers? You might look at it and be like, and throw it away. We're looking for a tiny percent of people that are actually going to keep it. We're talking about maybe 0.3%, 0.5% of people we actually want to keep and use the flyer. So that might be one out of a couple hundred people that we just want to keep it and potentially call. You need to make sure that you have trackable phone numbers on the mailer. And if you send people to your website, make sure to have a drop down on your form asking, where did you hear from us? Because mailers are always kind of difficult to track unless you have these pieces in play. And then a lot of people come back to me and say, I don't know if the mailers are working, we're sending them out, but we're not really getting much feedback. Another tip that we found that's really successful is make sure you do a bit of an intro on you. If you've got a picture of yourself or your family, don't just try and sell painting projects on the mailer. Have half of it for painting projects and half of it is intro and you, a picture of you and your family. Hey, I'm Ryan, I've been in the Austin neighborhood for 7 years, I grew up here, we're really passionate about this, this and this, we have 3 kids, because that's going to tap into their emotional responses, especially if a lot of your clients are women. This is really going to help. Now, the next strategy on this list is Facebook groups and posting inside of Facebook groups. Again, this is kind of almost like door knocking, is you're able to tap straight in to a market and a vein of people that are there for you. The problem is it's not really that easily scalable, okay? So when you run posts in Facebook groups, what I want you to do is actually go into every single local community group you can. And if you've got a wife or one of your partners is a woman, get them to join a bunch of mum groups. They're the best places to post. And don't sell in these groups. This is the key to actually making it work. Post nice intros in the groups and maybe share little things you're working on. But don't post in these Facebook groups going, I'm a painting contractor, I can do interior and exterior work, who wants a free quote? Because some of the groups have rules and they're just going to cancel you out and ban you. And others are just going to be like, he's trying to be too salesy. So in Facebook groups, I would recommend every week you do a couple of posts, and if you've got 10 groups, do 1 post in each of them a week, and just do a little intro and say, hi, my name's Ryan, I live in XYZ neighborhood, great to join the group. Just intro yourself. I run a local painting company, really interested to network with other people and businesses in the area. Great to meet you. And then if people are interested, now they know you, they've seen your face, and they're likely to reach out. And then every now and again, what you can do is you can maybe do an update. You can just say, hey, we're out here on Miss Sally's project in X neighborhood doing an exterior, super excited for this project. I'll share the afters once it's finished. And here you're not really trying to sell, you're just sharing and documenting the journey. Again, Facebook groups are great. You have to do kind of manual input to get them to work. You have to manually do these posts or get one of your admin team members to do these posts. But they work because it's part of this community-driven approach. The next strategy here is Google Ads or pay-per-click. And while this is sometimes one of the most lucrative channels to run advertising on, again, the problem with Google Ads is it's not scalable. But the great thing that we found running Google Ads and pay-per-click campaigns is, as long as you've got a great website that's already converted and isn't some janky old website from 10 years ago, if you've got a nice up-to-date website, that positions you professional, it makes you seem local and friendly and affordable, then Google pay-per-click is great, because when someone goes onto Google and types in best painting company near me, you're paying to come to the top and earn that click. Now, the clicks can cost anywhere from 5 to 10 to 20 bucks per click, which is why it's super important that you have a website that's high converting. If you start getting people clicking on your ad and it's 20 bucks, 20 bucks, 20 bucks, you can rack up that bill pretty quickly. And if they don't end up calling you or don't end up filling out a form, well, then it's tough luck. So Google Ads is great. And I recommend a lot of companies, if they've got the budget, start running Google Ads to get that bottom bit of the market. These are the 2% of people in the market ready to buy. They're already looking for estimates that you can get in front of. But once you get in front of those, let's say 30 people or so a month that you capture, it's very difficult to scale it. You can't put more budget into Google Ads to get more out unless you start expanding your service area. If you're showing up for everyone who's looking for best exterior painters near me in Austin, you can't get in front of any more of those because there's nobody searching. Google Ads is great. It's super profitable once you get it dialed in. Again, it's not the most scalable channel. The next strategy, kind of relaying over to that Google side, is Google SEO, which is essentially Google search engine optimization. This can be on your Google business profile, which shows up on the map with your reviews, or your just website SEO in general. Both of these are fantastic, and every company at some point should start investing in these, because as much as you want to put a lot of time and energy into mailers or door knocking or groups or ads or whatever it is, you just want to make sure that when people are searching, you get free leads, right? So when you run Google pay-per-click, you are paying per click because you're paying Google to come to the top. Well, when you run Google SEO and map pack rankings, what you're doing is this takes a little bit longer. It can take 60, 90, 180 days to start coming up in the rankings, but you start ranking organically. So what that means is when someone types in best painting company near me, rather than going to an ad at the top, they can scroll down and look at the legitimate highest ranking companies. I found the most success with Google Map Packs because a lot of people search on the map, and if they see that pin is near them in their city, in that local area, then it means they're more likely to trust you because they can see you're local. The great thing about Google Map Pack rankings is they see the reviews. They can see that you are a legitimate, reputable company with 50 reviews that other people trust. So it makes it really easy for people to reach out. Same thing with Google pay-per-click is it's not super scalable. It takes a lot of time and energy to build up, and once you're getting these free organic leads, it's fantastic. But if you get to, let's say, 50 leads a month and you want to get more, it's very difficult to squeeze more juice out of SEO because you can only get in front of as much people that are actually searching for you. So the next channel here is BNI, actually going to not just BNI to be honest, but any sort of business meetings. These are great because again, this is kind of like going back to door knocking. It's this person-to-person approach. It's this local friendly feel. Connecting with people is great because when you make real connections in your community, they're more likely to refer you. Because if people know who you are, it's so much easier to refer you, especially if you spent 5, 10 minutes, an hour with them chatting over coffee or breakfast or whatever it is. BNI groups are great, and some really good businesses are in these groups. So you can get some really, really good connections. The caveat here is you are massively trading your time for money in hopes of landing projects. A lot of people go to these BNI groups and they get nothing for it. And yeah, they've made some connections, they've had a good time, but has it driven business growth and revenue? It's hard to say. So sometimes it's good for you to go. Sometimes it's good to get other team members go as well if you can, if you've got like business partners. But BNI is good. It's a great way to get started. I think BNI is a really good avenue for if you're a new business and you just want to start making connections and get into the community. A little bit like Facebook groups, it's just showing up, getting into the community, sharing that you're here and you're here to serve. But BNI groups, again, it's not that scalable when you really want to heavily grow, and it's not really that controllable on what you get out of it. And this kind of relays into my next strategy, which is kind of similar as realtors, right? Realtors are a great strategy to start. I know a ton of successful painting businesses that started with great connections with realtors. Issue here is realtors typically, unless you find the right types of projects and the right type of realtors, most realtors are looking for really cheap projects because it's for their customers that are trying to look to sell the home, right? And they're not looking to do a nice big premium paint job to then sell the home and spend a lot of money doing it, right? They usually want quick turnarounds, cleanups, just make everything look fresh to make it easier to sell. But the realtors that can give you clients that have bought new homes, this is the golden bucket. These are fantastic clients because they've already spent the money purchasing the home. They've already committed to this home. They are definitely going to commit to making it look exactly how they want it to look. So realtors are great. You know, you have to do a little bit of relationship building. It's kind of the same as BNI. You have to go back and forth and actually spend time building relationships, trying to prove yourself. A lot of realtors already have painters in their pockets. You have to show how you're going to provide more value, whether it's for more professionalism, better experience, or if it's just competing on price. Again, realtors aren't the most scalable, controllable channel. Now, This really relays into their next strategy, which is lead generation sites. I'm talking Home Advisor, Angie's List, Thumbtack, Networks, a lot of them. Again, these are fantastic channels. I know loads of guys spending 10, 15 grand a month on lead sites and absolutely crushing it. A lot of them have office staff that are constantly dialing and calling these leads because remember, these leads that come from these lead sites, you're paying per lead. You might pay $100 to Angie's List to get this lead, but the issue is so have 5 other painters. So now this lead's info has went to 5 other painters, and it's kind of who's got the fastest speed to lead, who's got the quickest, highest level of experience. So when you're buying leads, this is a quick way to tap into the market. A little bit like Google Ads. This is how Angie's, Thumbtack, a lot of these lead generation sites get their leads, is they actually run Google Ads for themselves. So rather than you running Google pay-per-click campaigns for your painting business, what we have Angie's List running pay-per-click campaigns to capture these painting leads, but they split them out to 5 people. That's how they make their money. But the easy thing is you don't have to go around setting up Google Ads campaigns. You can tap into Angie's and they're already getting an inflow of leads, of quote requests, of people looking for jobs. So these are high quality buyers. The problem is that a lot of them are being shared across lots of people and only one person out of these 5 are going to win the job. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. Again, the issue of this is it's not scalable, and really you're not building your brand. This is one of the channels where you're paying a third-party company to send you leads, but you don't get any brand recognition or benefit from it. They do. Angie's List, Home Advisor, they're growing their business, they're growing their name, and they're just giving you the leads. You just get the name, email, phone number. You're not getting the recognition of seeing thousands of people reaching out to you every single day. So the final strategy I want to run you through is actually the most scalable, it's the most profitable, it's the most controllable, and it builds your business across for the long run. And this is Facebook advertising, or advertising on meta platforms, including Facebook and Instagram. Now, this is personally what we do here at Tridas. We spend millions of dollars a year running Facebook advertisements for painters. We work with hundreds of the best painting companies you most likely know and have thousands of active ads on a daily basis. The reason it's so lucrative is because with Facebook ads, it ties all the pros of all of these other channels into one area. So when you run Facebook advertising, what you're able to do is build ads and hyper target the communities you want to get in front of. If you have certain zip codes or neighborhoods that you want to get in front of, you can target that on Facebook and you can build visual ads. We are specialists in selfie style videos, so we build high performance video marketing. So what this means is it's selfie style. Hey Austin, my name is Ryan, the owner here at Painting Company 123. We do this, this, and this. If you want to get a free quote, reach out below. And it's showing that you're a professional, local, family-oriented company, you're a human being, and you can mass blast this across your community. So the same way that door knocking is really, really beneficial because you're getting this human-to-human interaction, you're getting in front of people, you can do this at mass scale with Facebook ads rather than one-to-one relationship building. You can do 1 to 1,000 relationship building on a daily basis. So while you're out on a project, your ad is being seen by thousands of people. Same way with BNI, with realtors, you're building relationships, you're getting people, you're getting in front of people. And this loops back to Facebook groups, right? People are on Facebook, your ideal clients are on Facebook. And this is what we found when we were running ads for Justin. We launched a new territory for him, and in 14 days he closed over $200,000 in work from only $3,000 in spend because this area was untapped. We were able to get the right ad in front of the right person at the right time. He could show up and show that he's local, he's friendly, he's trusted, he's here to serve, and hit thousands of people, and it sped up his growth so fast. So with lead sites, you're paying per lead. Facebook advertising, you're generating leads, but you're not paying for the leads. What you're paying for is eyeballs. So you're paying, let's say 50, 100 bucks a day to get in front of thousands of people. And you're generating a lead at the same time who's exclusively reached out to you. They've seen your name, they've seen your face, they've seen your ads, they're reaching out to you and your company requesting a quote exclusively. So rather than this lead being shared to 5 other people like on Angie's, they're not only coming to you, but on the same day you generated this exclusive lead that wants to get a quote, you've also hit 1,000 people in your targeted community. And now they're more likely to reach out to you the next day or the next day or the next month when they're ready. And this just comes back to a recency bias. The people that are remembered are going to be the people that are referred. So while stuff like Google ads are great, you get a lot of buyers, Google SEO are great, you get a lot of buyers, it's not scalable. With Facebook, once you get it converted and you're converting leads at, let's say 50, 100 bucks a day, well, rather than having to hire 3 more door knockers or try and find more Facebook groups to post in or have to expand your area because you can't do any more searches with Google, you just changed 100, 150 or 200 bucks a day, and you've now doubled your lead flowing capacity. Rather than getting in front of 1,000 people a day, you're now getting in front of 2,000 people. So this not only generates leads and exclusive leads and people that are interested in working with you because they've seen you, but over time, this builds brand. It turns you into the local celebrity, the local authority, and it's by far the most profitable avenue to scale a painting business that we've come across in the past few years of working with painting businesses. Now that you know all the strategies and avenues to generating more leads for your painting business, it's time to go out and take action. And if you're interested in seeing what it actually looks like to generate more leads for your painting business through Facebook advertising and a high performance video marketing approach, then click on this next video that's going to share how and what we do to scale it. And you can either take that and run with it, or we can potentially chat about how we can implement that for you. Again, my name is Ryan Stacey, the owner here at Tridas, and I'll chat to you soon.